recording now, so we are recording.
That's a shame because everything funny was said before this.
I know, now we're just going to be the most boring
serious business
podcast people ever.
Bland AF.
We have returned for episode 8. Trumpets! Joke. Yeah, we're funny.
No, we're not.
If you have to tell people you're funny, I think it means you might not be funny.
See, that's the joke. You say that, and that is funny. Hence you laughing.
Is that the joke?
Yes!
See, the reason that's funny is because it's not.
Yes. It's called an anti-joke. Anyway, picking up where we left off, the crew made it to the town of Erefith, following the train line that left from Gorogray after you defeated Mr. Makar Ayakov at Erefith. Meet with an alchemist. Can anyone remember the alchemist's name?
The Crimson Man?
No.
Well, no, that's who we found out goes to meet.
Gallo.
Abrosin! His name is Abrosin?
No, that is effectively the big bad.
Gorogray. Osif Levin.
Trying.
Whoa.
Gallo from Clan Morado.
Yes,
Yeah,
Gallo
that's the
from
one.
Clan Morado, who you have found is colloquially known as the Crimson Man.
Hey.
So he was in town about a week before you got here because, you know, there was a train and you all walked. So, bit of time. You saw the train pass by. So, going around the town, you see that the townspeople are very skittish. A lot of people have left town or disappeared after a very rough meeting with the sheriff. You eventually find out that his son was pushed, quote unquote, pushed into the lake near the Tower Tombafyr, where the Morado clan is supposed to hold residence, and is now a hideous deformed monster, and he cannot do anything to help you because he wants the alchemist who supposedly lives in the Tower Tombafyr to fix his son. Now, after fighting off an ambush quite well, and saving little Maton's life, who was supposed to help you, but you were like, nah, just leave him in care of the leader of the homestead, who washed Loke down quite sexually.
That was fun.
Wait, I don't remember that part.
That needed to be in the recap.
Oh no, it did need to be in the recap. Just so everyone remembers who it was. You went through to the Tower Tombafyr, but on your way, you saw the lake that the sheriff's son was pushed into, and on that lake was a drainage pipe that led into the Tower Tombafyr. So heading over to the lake, you fought off 2 creatures, unbeknownst to you, thralls, quite successfully. And that is where we left off, with the team outside the Tower Tombafyr by the lake, trying to figure out how they will proceed.
2 things have just occurred to me.
Mm-hmm.
1, the innkeeper is clearly the villain, masquerading as an innkeeper to spy on us and steal a small boy for reasons unbeknownst to us. That's always how it goes. And 2, we should have definitely blocked that drain to flood the tower, if only for hilarity's sake.
Well, there's still time to block the tunnel, the pipe. We can do that. Also, yeah, innkeepers are always bad, you guys.
Yeah.
That's
The
fine.
entire profession is
I'm just
corrupt
gonna point
and
out
villainous
that-
at best.
She's not an innkeeper, she's
She's
the leader of a
technically a
homestead.
I mean, still technically stole a child. I mean, that's
I
bad.
think we technically gave the child to her.
Yeah, we gave her a child.
Remember, because the child was recently orphaned because their parents were killed?
Yeah, that was the thing that happened.
Should we go back and save the orphan? Is that more important? Or should we block the tunnel?
look, we have
No.
no basis for that assumption other than a general distrust of the entire profession.
Also, he's probably already dead, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll fight his reanimated corpse later. It's fine.
Good times.
Good times.
Go in the drainage pipe. Don't
No.
let it touch your feet.
No, that's the problem.
How am I going to go through a drainage
not-
pipe without it letting?
We're not
without
going
it touching my feet?
into the
Just do it.
drainage pipe. We're not going. I was just saying we should block the drainage pipe to flood the tower.
With corpses.
Corpses of orphans?
Thralls?
Got at least one.
We do
It's
have
not
thrall.
close.
Wait, Are the thrown
Okay.
corpses in front of us, or did they like disappear in a magical
Moving on,
spark
I
of dust?
believe we were actually progressed far enough to be in front of the tower, was the point. And I was going to knock politely on the door and ask for entry, but there were 2 guards, if I remember correctly.
No.
I thought there were guards at the front of the tower.
Did we get to the tower?
From my recollection, you're just, you're making your choice of which way you're going to go. So do you want to go to effectively the front door? There is no other way that you can see in. The 2 entryways that you can all see are 1 through the front door and 2 through the drainage pipe.
You can't go through the drainage pipe because the water horribly mutates.
Yes, I vote.
Yeah,
Well,
no touchy water.
We assume
No.
the water horribly
Yeah,
mutates.
you assume that, but during her medical examination of the sheriff's son, Kim discovered a few injection points, remember?
Yes, Kim.
Hidden by...
Can you hunt?
Can I?
Can you find me a living small woodland creature?
Okay. I'll be back in probably about 15 minutes.
Sure.
Alright.
Can you roll a...
Hunting check.
What kind of check?
Survival, I believe. is the
Negotiation.
Yeah, roll survival.
Seduction.
12.
12? Alright, you find a small little rabbit.
Excellent.
Here you go, Val.
Throw it in the lake.
You named it, George.
Val, here's George. What would you like me to do?
Cool. Can I have George?
Yeah, sure.
I take George. I'm just gonna fall through
Oh my god.
into
Do you
the
just
lake.
yeet this rabbit into the lake?
So the rabbit, for a few short moments, knows what it's like to fly. Before coming crashing down with a 10-point dive into the water of the lake. Pops up and then kind of just swims around and eventually makes it to the side of the lake.
Huh.
Does it seem relatively okay?
I mean, apart from the terrifying experience of being yeeted into the lake,
Like, can we keep him? He's really cute.
I mean, he's running. You gotta...
I can go and catch him again.
Catch
but
him
if,
again!
But if I catch him again,
Let's-
it's going to be for dinner, not for yeeting.
Oh.
feel
It'll be eating, not yeeting.
Episode title! We shouldn't eat him. He's been in the lake.
Okay.
No, but now he's been washed.
so we've got a base assumption that it doesn't affect rabbits on instant contact.
On instant.
We could keep experimenting, or I vote we should follow Val's plan. Val's plan of knocking on the front door. That's what I think we should do.
I mean, I'm all for knocking on the front door. It's just the more polite way to go.
I'm right behind you.
I agree. Follow Peleskovich.
Yeah, alright, Val, let's go. Let's go your way. But I'll put you
Does the module
slightly...
even include a knocking on the front door option, is what it really comes down to.
I guess our GM's about to find out. Also, I turned to Julia and I'm like, dude, it's 1 syllable. Like, you know it's 1 syllable. It's Val. I don't know how you muck it up so many times, but I love that that's something you've committed to.
I'm committing to it.
I mean, it's not 1 syllable, but moving on.
Val is.
Val is 1
Val
syllable.
is.
Yes. We all call you Val.
Sure.
Much like Australians, everything gets shortened to a really cute 1 syllable nickname.
Unless you already have a 1-syllable name, in which case it increases somehow.
Gets much longer.
In this case, it'd be something
That
like
was-
like Vela or Velzy or something.
That
So,
sounds-
what is the consensus?
Consensus is we're heading to the front door.
Knocking
and
on the front
knocking
door.
politely.
Well, so you get to the entrance to the front courtyard.
Yep.
The tower. There's one giant tower that you see,
Mhm.
and there's an outer wall that blocks the view into the tower itself. So
Excellent.
that's all you can see, and there
Excellent.
is a gate that you can go through. It seems to be unmanned and kind of old.
Are there any, like, people on the walls
No.
sniping?
Actually,
You've
make
already
a
said
detection
no,
check.
so I guess
Make a
it's
detection
not.
check.
Alright, first roll of the game. It's been like a month and a half. Wow, let's do it. Double 4 plus... Detection. 5. So 8 plus 5 is... I want to say 13?
The math checks out.
Yeah. Now,
Excellent.
lucky 13, you don't see anything.
Because there isn't anything there.
Well, as far as you can tell, the place looks deserted.
Deserted.
Gonna walk through the gate then.
Alright.
And into possibly some sort of garden.
So you all walk through the gate. What order are you walking through in?
Like a rockery.
I don't know. I'm going first. Everyone else can decide the order behind me.
I'll bring up the rear.
I'll go second. Guns ready. One gun ready.
I guess that means Halir is third?
I mean, you can say you're third, or you can say I actually stay outside.
I don't stay outside.
Okay.
I follow the leader
Okay.
with my crossbow loaded.
All right. Sounds good.
And
So
a
you
glove
walk
as well.
into what turns out to be the outer courtyard of the Tower Tombafyr. There is another, effectively another wall before you and the actual tower, with one little kind of guardhouse, so to speak, outside another gate. The courtyard itself, very overgrown, looks like no one's lived there for a good number of months.
Check the guardhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll walk up.
Open the guardhouse door. What's inside?
So as you open the guardhouse door, you see a relatively elderly man, just kind of relaxed, sitting back on a chair asleep.
Feels rude.
Can you all roll me a stealth check, please?
So an old man.
Yes. He looks to be about, I don't know, 50.
Let's not isolate any of our audience of a certain age.
I know. Jay, how old are you?
Oh! That was uncalled.
Alright, spring chicken. I'm only a couple years off, Jay, so...
So sneak, yeah? So I got a 9.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just going to cough politely in an effort to wake him up.
I've got
And knock on the side of the door.
I've got 11, so I'm pretty
But-
sneaky.
Yeah.
Halir also got
It's
11.
like
Alright,
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah,
So while the two Iosans are relatively sneaky enough to not cause enough racket to wake up the elderly man, the middle-aged man,
The prime
I'm
of his
not
life.
50.
So
Prime
much
of
to
his
live,
man.
man.
I'm not 50.
Before Vel goes to knock on the door, Loke trips and hits his head on the door with a loud bang. And the old man wakes up like, "Ha! Ah! Who are you? What are you doing here? What are you doing in my hut? Hello?"
Vel, I'll let you take this one.
My apologies, sir. I'm Paladin Velaskovich. I'm here to see the lord or lady, I believe it's actually a lady, of this tower.
Oh,
If you could kindly
sorry.
open the gate.
Hang on, give me a second.
That's all right.
Oh, it's been a while since I've had anyone around here.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah, I understand the location is extremely isolated. It's difficult for us to acquire any form of transport. Now, if you'd be so kind as to let us gain entry, we will allow you to return to your duties.
Well, I'm sorry. What was it?
Paladin Velaskovich.
Paladin Velaskovich. The lady of the house isn't in at the moment. No one is. I'm the only resident here.
To be fair, you've been asleep. She could have come home and you wouldn't know.
Oh, I would have known. Trust me. If I was asleep and she came in, I'd be in trouble.
Is she gone for long?
Her and her family just recently, about 6 months ago, went to Corpus. She went to train under another
Oh,
alchemist.
then unfortunately, you're misinformed. She has returned. We're here to speak to her. Please open the gate.
Again, the old man looks very, very confused. No one is there, and I'm not allowed to let anyone in.
We can just wait in the foyer even, and you can just go back to sleep, and that's more than fine. I wink at him.
You're trying to seduce him.
If it gets me what I want, then the answer is yes.
You can roll a seduction.
I don't know what to add to that. Do I add anything to that?
Roll a... roll a physical. You're trying to show off your bod.
The sweet, sweet bod.
So
You add your
that.
physical roll. No, so don't
No.
roll.
Okay.
Add that number to your physical number.
So 11.
11.
Seduction.
He sees what you're trying to do, and he's like, "I'm way too old for you, lassie."
You're
Calm
actually
down.
not. My last boyfriend was 45, so don't be ageist.
How dare you try to assume my age?
This is just getting a bit weird. I'm going to walk past. So, is it next to the gate, or
Well,
do
the
I have
gate's
to go
closed.
through?
It's one of those inward swinging gates.
Where are the controls for the gate?
It
Does it have controls or is it just a chain?
Yeah, is it
it's
just...
just a chain.
Oh,
I hate to be
So-
rude, but we require entry now.
I'm sorry if I can't, like, it's my job. I can't let you in. If you want to, you can send a message to the Murado family in Corvus, and if you want to talk to them, they will be there. That's where they are.
Halir raises his crossbow and aims at the guy and says, "My paladin friend here has asked you politely. Please do not make us ask again."
Calm down. What's all this then?
We're getting inside. You can either let us or die. What's the choice, mate?
Well, that escalated quickly. I was just going to punch him a few times.
This is the hard talking side of the table on this side.
I'm obviously just trying to threaten him a little bit.
Okay. Well, roll a
Intimidation?
intimidation using physical because you're being very physical, holding a
14.
14.
Damn.
He seems very taken back. Well, I mean, like, if we're talking about die, you can die. And then he pulls out a bell from like behind him and starts ringing it. As he rings it, you hear the movements of what sounds like a warjack, and the gates swing open, and walk, jump, charge. I don't really know how warjacks work. 2 Talon
nice.
warjacks, followed by about 8 guards as well.
You really should have investigated this further.
We kept being told it was empty and dusty, so I figured we had all the information we need. Anyway,
we were lied to.
time to kill.
That was rude.
Well, I
I'm
mean-
sure we can take 2 talents.
2 Talon warjacks and 8 guards.
We could run. Should we run?
I could take 8 guards. Can I take 2 talents?
Can you take 8 guards, and can the 3 of us, 4
No.
of us?
Can you take 1 talon?
Then we should be
Might-
fine.
Actually, with Jeff, we might.
And then, looking up as well, you see 3 more guards on the inner parapets with rifles aimed down at you.
I already looked up my cat.
No, you looked at the outer parapets when you were outside, not in the inner side. And they weren't there originally when you made him ring the bell.
Stunning surprise.
Alright, team, what should we do? Should we run?
This seems like a run opportunity.
I like to shoot him before
Hang
he
on.
rings the bell.
What's this guardhouse made out of?
Stone.
Interesting. And it's just only 1 door?
Okay, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to.
Okay. Guardhouse, only 1 door? No other doors?
And there's another door on the inside.
Okay, so a Talon is a medium-sized warjack. It probably can't fit through a front door.
But there is a
There's
gate.
only 9 guards.
8.
No.
Well,
Oh,
Well, 11,
Eight.
really.
I
There's
There's
11.
12 guards. There's 8 standing in front of you, all coming to you right now. All heavily armored, wearing similar or heavier versions of the armor of the ambushes that you fought before,
Okay.
along with 2 Talon warjacks, and then 4 more guardsmen up on the inner parapets, aiming rifles at you.
Yeah. It's time to run, I
I
think.
need an assessment. I can't see the situation in my head clearly enough. If we could enter this guardhouse, take out this one guy, and proceed through to the next door. That probably just goes into a courtyard and then we'll be pinned in.
Yeah, Vel, I think getting pinned in is a
Ten,
bad idea. Let's go,
nine,
let's go,
we will
let's go,
flee.
let's go.
Shoot
Okay.
this guy.
Shoot this guy. I shoot this guy.
Okay.
I hit.
Okay, you hit. Please roll damage.
Halia is rolling so good today. Hell yeah.
Did you mean Halia?
Is that Halia?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Halia.
Yeah, we know.
18?
Okay, so the bolt that you were aiming directly at his forehead goes through that forehead,
Excellent.
and he drops.
I feel kind of bad for that one, but he started it.
He
Get
started it.
I mean,
And
I
then
think technically we started it, but still.
He continued it.
He made it worse. He escalated it.
you escalated it. Thank you very much.
And
He
we
escalated
finished
it more.
His bell escalated it more than our crossbow to his face.
I just love
Yes.
that they have 2 talons on call, waiting for a bell ring. What happens if he drops it off a table?
Yeah, bells get wrong by accident all the time.
It was clearly in his pants, you guys.
This isn't
It was
terrible.
it was a big bell.
Either way.
Alright, so you were
apparently
running?
we're going
So
to
yeah,
have to retreat.
I'm running and I'm encouraging my comrades to run. So
Sure.
Val is
Well,
jogging because he can't go faster than that. I'm assuming.
I reload and followed.
Yeah, can
Probably
I-
a
can
further
I, like,
distance
jog
than most people
backwards
because
and
it's a
be
physical
firing
check.
into them as
No,
I'm
no,
going
don't
backwards?
provoke them any further.
You
They will pursue if we keep shooting.
They will catch up to you if you do that.
Whereas if we just run, we'll get away, and then they'll discover we've killed the man.
Alright.
Okay, so you all run out of the outer courtyard outside of the Tower Tombafyr. The chasing guardsmen and jacks follow you outside of the tower, but stop shortly after to make sure that you disappear.
I just say, sorry to bother you, we'll come back later for our Tupperware.
Do not give them any indication we're going to come back.
Too late.
You don't like Avon, we get it, we're so sorry.
2 towers.
I don't know what that is.
A Talon is a
Big word.
light warjack with a giant shield and a giant spear. The spear
Into
is
the rocks.
probably about the size of two
That's a
men.
warjack.
Okay.
Small one. Yeah.
Oof.
So a slightly smaller one of those, but still bigger than
Yeah, and the
so-
spear
Got it.
itself is probably the size of Vel.
Oh, and Val's a big man.
Yes.
It's a big spear.
Wowzers.
I bet Vel has a big spear.
Yeah, he's got
Ooh.
that big spear energy.
Big spear energy.
So many good titles and episodes, you guys. Write
Big
this down.
spear energy.
Well, that leaves us one option, which I'm glad we tested with rabbits.
Yep.
Vel is for animal testing.
I'm
I'm here to protect humanity.
I'm here to protect humanity and kill animals. Oh boy.
I mean, George was fine.
He didn't say kill animals, he said test animals.
So what's the plan now? You have now, well, effectively run away from the Tower Tombafyr and you...
Okay.
That's quite a lot. That makes it really awkward in that if we simply go through the other way, we'll be on a time limit for the front guards to come in and assist whoever's on the inside.
Can warjacks fit inside the house, like through doorways? Are they too big
A
for
substantial
doorways?
tower, I assume they would be able to fit inside. That's problems.
So I feel like we're being told this is going to be too hard to take by force.
Yeah.
So we got to sneak in. But you're not... I don't want to be offensive. You're not super sneaky, Val.
No, I'm not. And I'm morally against.
Yeah, but are you more morally against getting slaughtered?
No?
So maybe, of the two options, sneaking is the better.
No, I'd have to say yes to the question for that.
Also, I don't think it's a matter of him not wanting to sneak. Is that he can't sneak.
He could try.
We could try. I just don't think it's going
Don't
to
see you
work.
doing any better stuff.
What about a distraction? What about if we get some sort of distraction to bring out some of the forces and, like, divide and conquer the forces? What if we find a way to, like, I don't know, set the place on fire and smoke them out? Is there airborne poisons we can poison them with? Like, these are all good ideas,
I
guys.
feel like attempting to gas some alchemists is not the plan we should be going with.
Okay.
For
Can-
one,
we
the
can-
standard
we can
uniform
try-
appears to include a mask.
That's very true.
We can try and set a fire, though.
Can we
Oh,
throw
no,
them
the whole
one
thing's
by
made
one
out of-
into the lake?
Which won't do anything, but it might wash them a little bit.
Yeah. Ready for eating.
So what's the plan?
Alright, let us attempt our second point.
From the size of the tower that you saw from the outside, it's not a keep.
Mhm.
It's literally, as it stated, a tower. So you think it'd be very tough for a Talon Warjack to get in the tower, or if it's in the tower to maneuver.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
plan is to get in the tower safely, and once we're in the tower safely, we're probably still safe.
It'd be so much easier if we had a warcast. We would have 2 Talon Warjacks right now.
Yes, but you don't have a Warcaster, so work with the resources you have.
We have a Jeff.
Oh yeah, we do have a Jeff. We'll set Jeff wild.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take the easier entry then. Turn to this lake.
Alright.
I just like it.
So, to the sewage pipe.
I think it's technically a drainage pipe.
To the drainage pipe. Oh, thank goodness for that. To the drainage pipe.
For the second time today, to the sewage pipe.
It's effectively the same thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
Would you like to use the gas mask that you all
Yep.
took from the ambushes?
I feel like that is a necessary evil.
Mm.
Yes, and did we take anything else that could maybe disguise us as one of them?
Not really, but you do have some grenades that you got from them, remember?
I have a
Grenades,
grenade.
the best disguise.
Yeah. Disguise with death.
Alright. I will wear a mask and hold a grenade. Or should I hold a mask and wear a grenade. Maybe not.
I feel like just either of you know how to use grenades.
I give my grenades to Val.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like you could walk in and explode a grenade and kill the guys fighting you, but you would be okay because you're so tough.
that is probably how that would go.
Yes, I give Val my grenades.
Yeah, alright. Alright guys, let's don these gas masks.
My understanding of how grenades work, I probably could pull the equivalent pin and just hold it in front of their face patiently.
Let's send you into a big group and let you loose. Will
Oh goodness.
will Jeff follow us into a drain pipe?
No, he won't.
Alright.
Yeah.
He can maybe.
I feel like he would.
I mean, under duress, sure.
Yeah.
Could he worry them from the front courtyard? Maybe like cause not distraction, but like I don't know.
Look, I think it's fine for Jeff to follow you in to.
Let us take this pipe
Okay.
option.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could eat the guard in the front.
Jeff and I would have to be in the rear, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Who wants to take?
little ways back.
Who wants to take the front? Going into
Do either of you, given that this is now a
Sneak
stealth
mission.
option,
Mm.
want to be in front?
Look, I'm happy to be in front.
Earlier, will take the lead.
Right.
He
there
will
you go.
push past and start sneaking through the tunnel. But we need to figure out a signal so that I can call you to come to my assistance if required.
Well, I mean, you're going to be like walking in single file, right? So the assistance or the signal could be help.
But like we don't want to draw the whole attention of the rest of the keep.
Correct.
So
Alright.
do you get any like animal noises or
Hoot hoot, motherfucker.
yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker? Is that our safe word?
Kim,
Yes.
hand me your panpipes.
I detach my panpipes from my.
I was about to say, this feels like a racial stereotype.
I detach my panpipes from my matchlock pistol. I unloop it over the scope, and I avoid, cutting through it using the bayonet. And then I hand you the panpipes off my very ineffective, overladen pistol.
And Billy will test them.
Panpipes! Okay, so with Halia in the lead, you all climb into the drainage pipe.
We're sneaking out ahead.
Yep. So
Now, give them some distance there. Like 50,
50 meters.
Cool.
which
Alright.
is quite a ways.
Alright, so you...
Well, I guess I won't be able to see you, so we'll give you a minute.
Okay, so the two of you, the two Iosans,
Yes.
sneak into the drainage pipe. Luckily, with the gas mask, a lot of the smell is removed, so you don't have to deal with that. After trudging through what you don't want to know, you come to the opening of a pit.
Oh, it's never a good sign.
Inside the pit is a bunch of tangled bodies lying in like about a foot of rancid water. None of them appear to be alive. Their limbs are unnaturally distended and the rest of their bodies are mutated. On the other end is a large sealed metal floodgate that opens by lifting it straight up out of the pit on a chain. The pit's walls are covered with rough stone and overhead is open sky. Though by the glint of walls up above, it's clear you have emerged into the inner courtyard of the Tower Tombafyr.
The inner courtyard has a pit
Yes.
and a floodgate.
In the floodgate, in the pit there is a floodgate,
Okay.
and in the pit is just filled with dead bodies. So
Yeah.
you can assume from all of the evidence that this is where they throw failed experiments or dead or whoever they kill.
How deep is the pit? How deep is the pit?
How deep is the pit?
How deep is the pit?
It doesn't actually say. I'm gonna say it's about 10 meters. It's 10 meters deep.
10 meters deep?
Yep.
Holy,
But
like,
it's rough hewn walls, so it's climbable.
Ooh.
I was gonna like double tap some of these bodies, but I think maybe I won't bother now because it's 10 meters down.
Yeah. If they weren't dead before, they certainly...
Well, I gotta
You
climb
don't
up.
die
stairs.
from a 10 meter fall. I'm just gonna say that now.
No, it was more I can't reach them with my bayonet. And also, if they are still alive, they'll have to climb 10 meters first to get to us, so we've got some time, so it's fine.
This is
Yeah, you're not gonna die from a two-throat. You'll get injured.
Technically,
You'll
my
hurt yourself.
house is 3 stories.
Depends if
but-
you land on your head,
Yeah.
which if you're being thrown down is likely.
I mean, depends on which side the Vegemite's on.
Sorry.
The head side.
Okay.
Sorry, viewers.
So a minute later of discussing
Vegemite.
people.
Kim,
Yes, Halia.
check for puncture wounds.
Can I see their bodies from here? Check for puncture wounds?
Yeah, I mean, they're right in front of you.
I checked them.
Yeah, you don't need to roll a medicine check. There are some quite obvious puncture wounds on different parts of the bodies.
Okay.
I could have seen that.
You could have. I'll check another!
There are puncture wounds. I think we should be wary that when we fight who's holding a syringe, because I don't want to be one of these creatures.
Agreed.
Alright, I look around. Is there any, guards? Have we noticed this yet?
No, because they don't really guard the pit, because that's where they throw the dead people, not
Okay.
where living people come out of.
Cool. Where to from here? Are there any open doors, locked doors?
There is the floodgate.
Yep.
And there is up.
What's...
So
You're in the pit.
Oh, I'm in the pit.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
alright.
emerge in the bottom of the pit.
Oh. I stab one in the head to make sure it's dead.
It's dead.
Great.
Your blade slides
You
in.
have to double
quite-
tap, you guys. You never know if necromancy's a thing, right?
I mean, Zombieland. The rules of Zombieland.
Yeah.
First rule, cardio.
Oh no.
Second rule, double tap.
Already failed the first rule. Okay, shall we climb up out of this pit?
I feel like we should wait to see if Vel can climb in all that armor of his.
Oh yeah.
I'm probably better at climbing than you do. But that aside, when I get there, what's on the other side of the floodgate?
Let's
You
open
don't
the train
know.
and
You
find
can't see.
out.
I'm just gonna lift it slightly and take a look.
Are you? So, you gave them a minute. They have climbed. They have made it through the drainage pipe. It's still. It didn't take like a minute. So, are you following now, or are you going? Or are the elves? Are they returning to tell the humans what's up?
I'm gonna climb and try to poke my head over the top of the pit and see what I see that's sneaky.
Okay. So
then
that's
you
probably going
should
to take
go.
about a minute. So,
Yeah.
do you? In the meantime, the humans, Loke and Vel. Are you going to wait for them to return, or are you going to start sludging through into the drainage pipe?
Start sludging through, I guess.
Yeah,
they're
gonna,
I have
they're
no
gonna
idea
follow.
how long this pipe goes.
Repeat.
How long is your pipe?
All right. So
No, just me? Alright, cool.
Maybe the
please
episode?
roll me a.
Climb check?
No, there's no such thing as a climb check. I'm
There
gonna
sure
say,
is.
Forensic
Really?
science?
Yeah.
I have climbing as a skill.
Nice.
You're right. There is. Roll a climbing check. Are you climbing as well?
Yeah, I am climbing as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
The legal climb.
9.
All right. So you climb up as you both kind of just poke your head outside of the pit. You see like a mess of guards, the guards that chased you outside of the tower, kind of moving around. They seem to be agitated now that someone has, tried to get into the tower. There is a Talon Warjack facing away from you, seeming to be guarding the pit, and there is another Talon Warjack. Where's the map? I'll show you the map.
Helia climbs back
And
down.
there's another Talon Warjack on the other side of the courtyard.
So Halia and I climb back down as sneakily and as quietly as we can.
All right. You don't need to roll it. You don't need to roll a stealth check because no one is really paying attention to the pit. They're just more worried about the things on the outside.
It does seem like we should be able to go from the top of the pit to the inside of the tower. But by the time I get there, what's on the other side of this floodgate?
I whisper quietly, but I speak audibly for the recording.
Stage whisper.
If we open the floodgate, they'll probably hear the gate open. Does that matter?
Depends how loud it is. I'm gonna very careful, quiet, slowly open the gate to see if it's going to generate any noise.
You can't open it. So what it is, there is the floodgate. There's a large metal chain that goes up out of the pit that you can readily assume is lifted by a warjack. That's probably one of the reasons why the Talon Warjack is also there.
Probably rinses out the pit, maybe?
It's like a pit bidet.
Yes.
Oh my god, what?
What?
Maybe.
A pit bidet.
It's what it is. Okay, so here are our options. Go up and fight them, or go somewhere else and live a different
Well-
life.
The thing is, the pit is near the entrance to the tower, right? We might be able to go up and then into the
And then
tower
immediately into the
section.
tower.
Just
Yeah.
sneak around all the peeps. Yeah, alright.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I have the same strength as Talon Warjack.
How-
I might be able to lift it, but...
How big is the entryway into the tower? Like, can Jeff fit?
Jeff could fit through.
Jeff can fit through. All right,
Jeff
that's
can't
perfect.
climb up a pit.
Trust me, Jeff doesn't climb so much as he runs up walls and jumps. Kind of like you know how you do wall jumps.
Parkour.
Yeah.
It's basically that. It's
Wolf call.
Wolf call.
It's only what 1, 2, 3. It's only about 3 jumps to get out.
He's gonna ping pong up this pit.
Pretty much.
I don't think Jeff could get up with it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I've seen him run and jump, and he's pretty damn good.
What if Vel
There might be a lot of sound involved.
can Vel yeet Jeff up?
Oh, so we're trying to do it stealthily.
Yeah.
That was the idea, yes.
We're trying to do it stealthily. Oh, okay.
Or Jeff could be a distraction. He probably won't die.
I'm still not 100% sure the answer isn't just on the other side of this door.
How much rope do we have?
No.
Let's just assume a lot.
Aaliyah has rope.
Okay. How good are we all at climbing whilst attached to a wolf?
There's only one way to find out.
I feel like this is a bad plan. and we need
Yeah,
to
I'm just
decide.
gonna come out now and say that's not gonna work.
Really? All 4 of us simultaneously climbing up, attached to Jeff to pull him up?
These 2 elves are nowhere near strong enough for that.
Hey,
They're like 6 foot tall, arms of...
wire.
I was going to say steel, but it's more like aluminium, but aluminium's pretty strong.
I think Vel could just throw him up, but he also might bite Vel
You?
during the yeeting process. So I think what was just told to us is that we can't open the floodgate. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, you're right.
Theoretically.
It lifts up, and the chain that comes up, that it goes up
I mean, we
outside
could
the
just-
pit.
So, is it like a
We'll
pulley
just cut
chain?
the top off, but that would be
Or
too
is it
big.
like you literally pull the chain to pull up the gate?
That second one,
It's
yes.
the second one. So, Vel would have to be at the top of the pit to raise the gate.
Yes.
Okay.
So once again, our only options are to go up and fight, or go up and sneak, or leave forever.
Yeah.
Cool.
Um,
What do you want to do?
Wait till nightfall.
Okay, yeah, let's wait till nightfall.
We could wait till
I
nightfall.
mean,
In the
we were
meantime...
leaving in the late afternoon, I thought.
Mm.
Yeah, you were. So
Yeah.
it's about sunset now.
So let's give it an hour or two.
Yeah.
Do you want to just wait it out in the pit?
No, I guess it's less than a minute walk here, so we'll just wait out at the lake.
Alright.
It would not be a bad idea for one of us to stay in the pit and maybe like try to
Wonderful.
listen if they say anything, if they are sending any troops out, if the lady comes back maybe.
That sounds like a job for our investigative team. I'm gonna wait by the lake.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
stay.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna take Jeff out with me. As it turns out, unfortunately, Jeff wouldn't be able to make it up with us, but he can certainly help if we have to escape outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spend a peaceful hour or two throwing rabbits into the lake.
I sit in the bodies and I investigate everything I hear.
You don't have to sit in the bodies.
You're not there, you can't tell me that.
Okay.
Okay, so while you are waiting there, can you please roll me a detection check for both of you, please?
Yeah. Also, I am waiting probably down the tunnel a little bit just so I'm out of eyesight if they look in the pit for whatever reason.
fine.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Oh
16.
no. I did not roll as well. Bugger. What am I rolling?
Detection.
Detection. Oh, wait, is that a fail?
That is a 1.
Okay, so because I have astute, can I re-roll this one?
Yep.
Yes, sir!
You can reroll. You have to reroll both.
Oh, both of them?
Yeah.
That's fine. Can definitely do that.
Much better.
Much better. Okay, so 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14. Please and thank you.
Okay, so while you are waiting down in the pit amongst the bodies, you hear a new voice amongst the guards. You don't recognize it because you weren't there.
Me?
But,
Kim doesn't recognize
yeah,
it?
Kim doesn't recognize it, but
Hello?
Halia, thank you. Halia does recognize it. It sounds like almond.
Cashew.
Yeah, cashew, peanut. It sounds like
Pecan.
it sounds like
Pecan.
he's chatting to a few of the guards. And that's the only noticeable thing, really.
Right. So at this point, I'll just pull Kim back into the tunnel and regroup with the rest of the team.
Okay, so night has fallen. Do you wish to now start? What is this? Stealth mission 4.
Okay. For my benefit, who's Armand?
Peanut.
Totally forgotten.
He was the
Was that the Teamster?
teamster that offered you the job of like guarding him as he left.
Yeah, he wasn't going to the tower. As you passed on to us, he was actually trying to escape. He was fearing for his life. I put in air quotes.
He was offering us money to...
He was the one that said he was suspicious of the sheriff, and that he thought, or what he told you, was that he thought everything going on in Erefeed was because of a disease.
What was he saying to the people inside the tower? What did we hear?
You couldn't pick up any specific words, but you could just hear like the cadence of his voice.
Did he sound like he was scared, resolute? Did he sound like he was
No, he
a
seemed
classic
kind of
Thursday? Hoity.
Like
So,
he was like above everyone there.
Giving orders, maybe. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It just occurs to me.
Mm-hmm.
Any stealth-based skills?
Do I have any stealth-based skills? I have sneak.
Oh, so you do have some.
And,
just go.
Yeah, just jump again. Can you make it a little bit louder?
Oh, sorry. So you can sneak, but you probably have to remove your armor.
I can sneak pretty well with the armor.
You reckon?
Don't forget, these like sneak rolls are out of combat rolls, so you can boost them with your feat tokens,
Oh yeah, feet tokens.
Oh yeah.
of which you all have 3 because this is the new session.
Huh.
Who needs to boost when you can just roll 10s? I mean, this is
And
amazing.
you have now ruined it. You are only going to be rolling horrible for the rest of the session. Okay, so night falls. You have snuck back into the drainage pipe.
Yep, and Jeff
Yeah,
is basically out in sort of the bushy, foresty
Yep.
area, sort of staying nearby,
If
within
you do get
within distance.
yeah, if you
hearing
do
distance.
get into combat in the inner courtyard, like a whistle can bring him in.
Yeah.
So we tell, obviously, Halia, you tell us
Yes,
about
yeah.
Almond.
Infinite.
Okay.
And also, it's very important to know that he sounded hoity, sounded like he was giving orders to them. He's not being trapped and tortured. He's on their side.
He sounds like the man in charge, so he would have the most information. So, if possible, we kill him last.
What if he's the lady of the
That
tower?
would be a strange twist, but not unheard of. Now,
Yeah?
either way, let's climb and sneak. We'll get into the tower.
Okay, so can first everyone please roll me a climb check. Again, this is non-combat, so if you are worried that you won't be able to make it, you can boost it.
How loud a splash will I make if I fail this climb check?
Halia rolled double sixes, you guys! Woo!
This guy.
I would give you a feat token, but you already have 3. Well done.
Should have boosted.
Noticeably.
Noticeably, alright, I am going to boost it because I don't have magical dice like Halia.
Yeah, I figure there's 2 rolls here, might as well boost them both.
Alright, I rolled almost as high as Halia, but I used 3 dice.
I'm glad I boosted.
I'm going to boost as well.
Okay.
There.
15.
Cool. And Kim, what did you roll?
11.
Alright, so you all quite
Oh, plus
easily...
physical?
plus your skill.
Can I plus a physical?
Yes.
Plus physical.
Oh.
Well, plus your climbing skill.
I don't have a climbing skill.
Then just what you roll.
Cool, 11.
Wait, no, sorry.
From
Add
what's
your
possible?
add your physical, sorry.
Then 16.
Cool. So you all quite easily climb up to the lip of the pit. Looking out, you can see a number of the guardsmen. There are fewer guardsmen than what there were. You can see that the guards. You can make the assumption that some of the guards that were running around earlier on the day are now in the tents, sitting on the opposite side of the courtyard. The warjack in front of you seems to be powered down. The one on the other side of the courtyard is still powered up. There is still that cart sitting in front, like very close to the pit.
Julio makes his way over to the cart.
Either of you unlock.
I do not have lockpick as a skill.
Oh yeah, go first. Make sure the door's unlocked.
Copy.
Not only is there the sled, but down in the corner seems to be a smithy and supplies area as well. If that is at all of concern to anyone here.
We can read that later.
Once we kill everyone.
Not sure we're killing everyone.
Okay.
Either way.
Hilaire advances to the door stealthily.
Mhm.
and checks to see if the door to the tower is locked.
Okay, so can you please make a sneak roll for me, please?
Boosting this one. And my sneak is actually higher than I thought it was, which is excellent. 6.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
So, 21.
He was never here.
All of the shit rolls from earlier in the season are in this session, so I
Yeah.
need to make the most of it.
You're getting all your good rolls in one good game.
Damn straight.
Leah's the hero we needed.
I must succeed.
It's unlocked. The door to the tower is unlocked. All the doors to the tower are unlocked. You sneak so well, you're pretty much using the Talon Warjack as cover.
Whoa.
I gently open the door and point at the door so everybody can see that it's open.
Cool.
Alright, looks like time for me to sneakily follow
Yep, the fellow.
behind.
Alright, I will require everyone that follows to also make a stealth check, please.
Yep, I'm boosting,
Yeah, this is a boost.
because last time I tried to sneak, I knocked my head on the door. Woke up old sleepy sleep. That's a bit better. Alright, so, 15.
Cool.
This is what you've done to me, Hilia. I'm getting all your fail rolls.
You boosted though, right?
I did, Bruce. Yeah, I got 12.
Yeah, okay.
Not bad. So, if it's plus physical, 17.
No,
No,
It's plus agility.
it's
No,
plus
it's
agility.
agility, my bad.
Agility. There we go.
Oh, is it?
So,
Yeah,
Oh, it's already my sneak skill. It's all good.
13.
13. Okay, so you all make it to the tower door.
As we go in.
We enter.
Alright, so the tower itself, this level seems to be is abandoned. There are a few boxes scattered around. There is a single staircase leading up into the next floor. Can you roll me a detection check, please?
Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously, I've rolled a fail every roll so far today.
Apparently, we're only allowed one good elf at the table at any
But luckily I can re-roll my fails because of astute.
Yeah, nice.
Astute.
Try again. Okay, it's not much better.
It's still rubbish. Okay.
6 or 7 is 11.
I got a 14.
13 for Helia.
roll.
You didn't try and detect anything?
Okay, so what did Loke roll?
A 14.
And what did
13.
So you both hear heavy footsteps on the next floor.
Okay.
Important question. Which way do these front doors open?
Inwards.
Excellent. I'm gonna move some of these boxes, check how much they weigh, try and quietly just put them in front of the door.
Block the door.
Yeah.
Nice.
So close the door.
Alright, so please roll me a physical, especially because you're trying to do this quietly, so you won't be able to push them.
Got this, Val.
So, what is that? 15.
Alright, so you're able to lock the doors.
Dope.
Nice. Using your massive, almost inhuman strength, you're able to quite simply lift up the boxes, block the doors from anyone else getting in.
I was going to say, the terminology inhuman strength is super racist. To the elves at the table. Just saying.
That implies
You're right.
that we're
Actually,
stronger.
what
Yeah.
it implies is that the term inhuman strength in this instance would be less than.
Just the word inhuman as being, like, not the normal, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's so weird and abnormal
God, I
and
really
inhuman.
hate woke elves.
So these footsteps we hear, these heavy footsteps that I detect. I don't know who else detects them, but I detect. Can I tell how many guards or people that those footsteps are coming from?
No.
All right, guys. I can hear some footsteps up above. Can't quite make out how many there are, but they sound pretty heavy, so potentially armored.
Or more warjacks as well.
It's not likely to be a warjack in here unless they built it on the second floor.
Okay. Which, I mean, anything's possible at this
Anything's possible,
Very unlikely.
but
So-
very unlikely.
point. Guns out.
I guess I'll take the lead then.
You take the lead. All right. It looks like I'm gonna have to draw my sword here rather than my spear. I don't think a spear is gonna work in sort of these confined areas.
Okay.
So I draw up my sword.
Alright,
Left
cool.
sword.
And you're heading to the...
And right
Well,
behind
I'll
Vel,
try and
heading
go
up the
Sorry?
stairs.
I'll trundle up the stairs.
Okay,
In the
so
words of Halia.
Sorry?
In the words of Halia, I will follow.
What, you roll my dice, so now you use my words? Come on.
Alright. Okay, as you reach the stairs, a light flickers from higher up the stairwell and a man appears descending towards you. Most of his features are hidden behind a crimson hood and cloak, but these cannot disguise his misshapen form. Larger than Vel, his arms and legs impossibly long. Overgrown teeth jut from beneath his hood, and he growls in fury as he sees you. In his arms, he carries a body. The girl, Fabia, from Erefith, that Vel and Loke might remember. Loke and Halia might remember. She appears unarmed, though she is unconscious, and her hair has gone completely white. One dirty foot hangs bare. The man hurls the girl's body down the stairs toward you and draws a sizable pistol from his holster, opening fire as he rushes towards you, bellowing a challenge at Vel.
Did he just yeet a lady?
Yes.
I try and catch her.
Alright, roll a physical for me. Actually, no, roll an agility check, please.
Wow.
I'm going to use a feat to
Reroll?
re-roll that
Yep, you can do that.
because it's very clearly a failed roll as a double 1.
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
That's, I mean, it's
mean,
not double 1,
Isn't
but a 3
So what happens is...
plus my agility 4, 7.
Loke goes to try and catch her. He does get in the way, but instead of catching her, she kind of just careens into him, knocking them both to the ground. But you did soften her fall.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
But you are knocked prone and at the bottom of the stairs.
If he's shooting at us, can we take a shot back?
Actually, I'm going to roll an attack on you.
Bring it.
So that is a 14.
That hits.
Armor.
16.
Take 2 points of damage to your 3.
Thanks.
And can I have everyone please roll me initiative?
Okay, let's do it.
Initiative.
Those dice are going over there. I'm not using them again.
So
They rolled me
2
double 1
points
followed by
to
3 followed by 3.
Oh no.
This is not good.
Or a pencil.
Loki, 18 total. Loke, I should say, 18 total.
Mm-hmm.
Kim rolled 25.
Got 17.
So Val, 17.
Halia?
Just a casual 31.
Oh, bruh!
What? That is in every episode for like 5 episodes. That phrase.
What's your base value?
My base initiative is 15.
How did you roll a 16?
Because I also have... preternatural
Hyperperception?
awareness.
I really wish
So
I
I
could roll these
boosted
dice
initiative rolls and I'm immune
during
to
like, games
backstrikes.
of War Machine.
Wow.
Before combat begins, the Crimson Man who took his shot at Vel also withdraws a giant, what looks to be a 2-handed sword from like out of his sheath, but he holds it quite easily in one hand. And from behind the Crimson Man comes 2 guards as well. Similar to the guards that you saw outside.
Are we fighting like in the stairwell?
You're
Or have we
fighting-
made it up to the level?
No, in
No,
the stairwell.
I
Like, as
think
soon
up
as you
in the
reached the
stairwell.
bottom of the stairwell, he came down and threw Fabia down at you.
So he's in the stairwell,
He's coming down. He's charging at Vel right
and
now.
we are basically at the base of the stairs.
You're on the bottom of the stairs under...
Well, I know
an
where I
unconscious
am,
woman.
but I mean in general. Just trying to figure out, because if those 2 guards are behind him, if we can keep him locked in that stairwell, they can't really get around him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just a stone stairwell. They can probably just jump down.
Can we see what their weapons are, what they're wielding?
They're wielding a sword and a pistol each.
Sword and a pistol.
Alright, and I think on this like cliffhanger into combat, we'll end this episode as Vel tries to square off against the Crimson Man while the rest of the party tries to keep the guards off his back. Thank you for watching / listening.
Mostly listening.
Also, I mean, you can watch it on YouTube. It's technically still watching.
You can also imagine it. We're all
Exactly.
very attractive.
Yes.
Some would say we're all very massive and thick.
Until next time.
The Dice Initiative!
Bruh, bruh, bruh.